Oh, 3, 2. What's up, Instagram? Okay, I got a lot going on right now. We are about to do this live on the Fit Model, which I'm really excited about doing because a lot of y'all been asking about the division. Jesus. Hold on. Poor connection. All right. So if you didn't know, I live in Louisiana. We're about to have a snow down. Hopefully, I think that I just got off of Wi-Fi, so hopefully everything is going to just stay right where it's supposed to stay. So yes, Fit Model division. Really excited. And I did write all of these, all the Q&As in more detail and with specific links in my G4 community. I'm going to post that after this live. So I'm actually going to post this live over there in my G4 community. I have a specific collection so if you haven't gone over there, you need to. You need to go and join. It's a free community, nothing but education. Follow my journey, my bikini. I'm calling it my diary of a fit model. And it's gonna be really cool because I've never been able to document a prep like this. It's always had to be, and I'm kind of waiting on people to join if anyone's gonna join. So just bear with me. But the way that I'm gonna document this prep is very different, as in, because I've either had to do Instagram where I've documented the prep, and there's only so much you can do on Instagram. Like as in, now we get 20 slides, right? And it's all just different. And then, or YouTube, I've had to choose to do it that way. Thankfully, I didn't do TikTok, but there's just different forms of different platforms for different purposes. That's why there's so many, and that's why they're all so successful. This platform allows me to put videos and pictures and long form content and short form content all in one post and keep it organized so that you're only looking at one post. I'll do one every week with my nutrition, training, everything, like everything broken down. My sleep, I'm talking about my sleep. I'm talking about fiber, digestion, all kind of things through this prep. And I'm really excited because even just, I just posted my first one 18 weeks out on Saturday, and I have people messaging me saying like they love it. They just love and they're excited. And that's what I just want you to be excited. So what I want to talk about today is going to be in the Bikini Collective, on my G4 community, in more detail, with more links and things like that. So I'm really excited. I'm pumped. Today, I just got my check-in back from my coach, and he said that my posing in the stallion pose, which I'm going to go through in just a minute, is better than it was last week, which is all we want, right? And it's been fun to play with the posing, and I know that some of y'all have been playing with it. I know a lot of people have been playing with it, and the biggest thing for me that has been different is pulling that. So my left side is going to be my front side and my front pose, right? Obviously your feet are going to be separate. So hey Sarah, hey everybody, your feet are going to be separate. Amanda, listen, if this might be your route. I look like a B stance, staggered stance, right? And then my left shoulder, pulling that back and almost like leaning over my hip so that my arm can hang straighter down rather than I don't even have I have leggings on right now, but like instead of it being here where it's kind of like draped along your side in this stance, and this, again, I'm not in my, but see how much more lean this way I am? So my goal this week, because the hips, all of this is going to be, I have actually on my YouTube channel, see what I'm talking about, but it's all going to be on my G4 community. But lateral rotation and spine mobility, really work on that. But even up into this upper spine, that's what I've been really focused on. That helped me a lot this week, is just being able to pull my lat back and my shoulder back. And I feel like I'm resetting my lat. Like, you know how you reset your lat whenever you do deadlifts, or whenever you pick up dumbbells at any time, but now you reset them. And I feel like that is what I'm doing when I pull my shoulder back. So I'll do another video on specifics with that, but I didn't even plan to get into that. But that's what I've been doing this week, and he said that it's working. He said this is the best that it's looked, so that's great for me, at least. That's great. Just that what I thought is, because there is no, and this is what I was talking the other day about to the girls at that seminar, is that there's not anybody here that's done fit division yet, the fit model division. So all we can do is go off of what they're saying, pulling from Ashley Kay from her early years and rolling with that, and on top of what the judges are looking for. So don't overthink it is my point. And so let's get into the questions. We're gonna kind of talk about that within the questions. So the Fit Model division, if you didn't know, is a new NPC category. And I don't like when people are like, it's an entry level. It's not an entry level, because that makes it automatically, if somebody hears that, say, oh, it's not for people that have been competing. No, it's for people that have been competing. It's for anybody. I called it in my document a welcoming entry point to the bodybuilding community for women of all backgrounds. So, because every woman can sustain and can reach and sustain this healthy look of a fit model, right? And so and then I also put, not only is it a welcoming entry, it's a healthier, more sustainable alternative for current NPC IFBB competitors who love the sport of bodybuilding but do not prefer to pursue extreme physique goals. And so whether that's you, and so again, and I did, actually I just posted some of the podcasts today, but I did a podcast on this, like right the day before, or the day they let this all out. Not like being an NPC competitor. I'm an NPC competitor, and moving to the Fit Model division this year, right? That does not mean anything. So just don't think of it like a welcome and entry place, or like you're downgrading. You're not. You're just moving, and that's okay. Like that's completely okay. So no, that's what it is. It's just another division, not another federation or anything like that. It's another division that is more realistic, more sustainable into the bodybuilding world. Whether you stay in this for the rest of your life, this Fit Model division, great. Or you want to pursue a more just extreme, would be a great word, physique, and move into bikini, that's perfectly fine too. Neither one is better, period. Like neither one is better. Don't think it, don't say it. Okay, this division provides opportunity for women to compete in embracing a more balanced and realistic approach. The criteria, okay, so I'm gonna go through that in a little while, or later. Okay, number 2, how does the Fit Model differ from bikini? So the Fit Model division is judged on overall presentation. So really, I think of it like, just even from what I've read, and from obviously Bubby tells me at our seminars and stuff like that, what bikini is blended with not just a fitness model, but a pageant. And so it's kind of like what we did last year for the Olympia model search, or at least what I trained for when I was posing in my routine, is how can I blend fitness bikini with a model walk, a model look, like just a model elegance, right? And okay, it's poor connection, so hopefully that doesn't happen again, but if it does, I'm sorry. So the elegance, the overall package, your hair, your makeup, all of that is the same as bikini. But as far as, so poised, elegance, how competitors embody the Fit Model aesthetic look is what I put. So we want to look healthy. We don't want to look run down. We want to look like we are training, like all of my girls, all of my clients. I have a couple competitors now that I'm years and years into this, but most of my girls are still competitors for life. So we're talking right now about all their preps for vacation. Some of them are going to Hawaii, some of them are going, so that's the look that we're trying to bring to a competitive place in this Fit Model division. So this is prep for life. So whatever you look like prepping for life as a woman, that's what we want to bring to this Fit Model division. So that is curves, right? Curves where you still see your muscle, but it's not shredded. You're not shredded, you're not striations, there's no tie-ins, anything like that. So this makes for an ideal woman seeking to showcase their fitness in a way that aligns with health and longevity without the intense physical demands. So hopefully that helps you. So if you're a bikini competitor now, think of it like pretty much when you're 10, 11, 12 weeks out, maybe even 15 weeks out, that would be the look. The curve, I'll tell you, when you start feeling like, whoa, damn, I'm sexy as hell. Even though we should think about that. Think of that all the time, but most of y'all don't. Right now, at least. But in that moment when you're like, ooh, I got glutes, ooh, I can see my core, that's what we're looking for. So make that note. This prep, if you're not prepping for the Fit Model division, so you can just make note if you feel good, maybe you'll do it in 2026. Okay, fit model suits, heels, and jewelry requirements. So ACB did just do a video, and it is linked over in my G4 community. So Angel Competition Bikinis on the suit, and the suits are no crystals, no connectors. So plain, basic fabric must be spandex or metallic, no velvet. Kara did say that they are looking out for that because they want, I would love just a plain velvet suit. It's beautiful. Hopefully they'll let us do that. But right now she said no. The front suit has to be slightly rounded, no V shape. So a lot of the bikinis are, and not even all of them, the ones that I wore in 2024 or 2023, I didn't have a sharp V. Some people like it, some people don't. I didn't have a sharp V, but I did have a V, and they don't want that at all. They just want a circle or like a U shape, right? They just want it to, again, they're looking not for lines, they're looking for shape. So that would be a great, if for differentiating in your mind, what I'm looking for, not lines, shape. And yeah, I would be confident with saying that. Yes. Okay. And okay, and then the back bikini, the biggest thing that they're trying to get away from, which I agree with 100%, is the suit bottoms were getting a little small in bikini for people that didn't need that small of a suit. And so they're 50% of glutes have to be covered in the Fit Model division, which I like. I like that. So that's a normal bikini. That's what you get from Target. It's 50%. So all you girls that think that you can't do it because of the suit, yes, you can, because it's what you wear anyway. And it'll even look better because your glutes will be round. Okay, heels and jewelry, same as, let me there. Okay, I'm not sure how to fix this. I'm gonna try to get back off and back on. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So I am gonna post this on my YouTube, so I'll chop it to where it's not like that. Okay. Heels and jewelry, same. So the Shoe Fairy, Regular Fitness is a discount code for that, and Angel Competition Bikinis. If you need help, obviously, designing any suit, whether you compete in Fit Model or Bikini or any other division, you can schedule a call with me and we can design it. So heels, like I said, they didn't say anything about not having crystals on heels. So if you have the Shoe Fairy heels that have the crystals on there, apparently right now that is fine. I'm going to plan to wear the ones that I just got, with the brand new ones that have the crystals, the AB crystals on the back, on the underneath. But I'm also going to bring my plain and have them ready to go. The heels with no crystals, just in case. And I'm also bringing two suits, one's blue and one's red, to just see what looks good. Okay, jewelry is the same as it was on NPC. They did say keep it minimal and elegant, just to complement the overall presentation, right? Like you don't want your jewelry to be too busy. Even taking down the suit itself to not be so busy is all in alignment with not wearing too much jewelry. So for me, personally, and for my clients, I always recommend to not wear rings, because if you're going to fix your hair, if it gets caught, which for me, it always gets caught, then you're gonna have to pull this kind of, you have a whole situation up there, right? So that's something that I do. Wear one bracelet on one side, and I do put a diamond on my ring finger because I can't wear my wedding ring. So like on my nail, I'll just get them to put a little jewel from my suit. But this one's gonna not be from my suit, obviously, just so that I have that with me. That's just a personal thing. But I don't wear any other jewelry. Just one here, that diamond, and my earrings, obviously. So yeah, and then I will link that to in my G4 community, where I get, because I went through a couple different places for jewelry, and I really like this one that I used in 2023. So I'll link that too. Presentation notes, the focus of the Fit Model division is on structure, symmetry, and overall poise. So ensure your suit and accessories enhance these aspects. So just like I was just saying, everything very simple but elegant is what the goal is with everything. Your walk, your posing, and we'll get into that in a minute. So just any decision that you're making out when it comes to putting the presentation together, just think simple, right? Simple is beautiful if everything is beautiful individually, and then you put together and it's nothing but beautiful, right? Okay, how does the posing differ? So I know I kind of went through a little bit earlier. Relaxed, more natural presentation. So the front pose type of the stallion. So relax, when I think of it, is just instead of having like just being able to, whenever I do have girls, and even for myself, like being able to like shake it off, right? So here, I know this is not the right pose, but I'm just saying, like, even in a bikini, like I want this arm especially, I don't want it to be here stiff, I don't want it to be out, I just want it to be like chilling, right? Very like relaxed, my hand is relaxed. So like in the front, and for the Fit Model, same thing. So this is what I was talking about, like get my shoulder over my glute. That was in like having your arm hanging. That's what I've been focusing on. So more natural, more relaxed. Front pose is stallion pose. Talk about that. Back pose is actually very similar to actually it's exactly the same, to the bikini. And so I do have pictures as well on this document in my G4 community to just show you the difference. There is no difference in the back pose except for your glutes are fuller and there's no striations and there's no tie-in. So if you just didn't know, a hamstring and glute tie-in is where the glute and the hamstring meet. And for that to be seen, either one, you have to have glutes and good hamstrings. So girls, don't work your glutes if you don't work your hamstrings. If you double work the hamstrings, just FYI. But either one, that you have to build those two muscles, both of them, not one, both of them, or if you don't have them, you're gonna have to get so lean to see whatever you got, right? That's why that is so hard. So if it's hard for you to see your tie-ins as a competitor, emphasize, take your whole building season just to build those two muscles and come back and you're gonna have a tie-in. Be smart. Okay, but they don't want to see this in the Fit Model division. They want to see full, firm glutes and hamstrings that are there, but there's no tie-in. And there's no tie-in, because I want a tie-in, but I want you to see a little bitty baby line. There's no hard C, right? That means my glutes are full. That means my hamstrings are full. That means my body fat is full, and I'm full, and my skin is full. I'm not dry. I'm not nothing. If you could see a little bit, right? Like right now, you could probably see a little bit. So the health part, right? So just FYI, back pose is the same except for that one thing. A little bit more body fat. Okay, transitions. Unlike bikini, there's no formal transition pose. Instead, movements between the poses should be fluid, natural, and keep you upright. Keep your posture upright and in alignment. So that's probably been the biggest question that I've gotten at seminars, and even with my own posing. I need to fix that. Even with my own posing, is a transitions, because you only get 10 seconds. That's what they're saying. You only get 10 seconds. And one, don't stress about it. Don't time yourself when you're practicing, not right now at least. The biggest thing with that is don't overthink it. But if you try and get 10 seconds at home, then you're gonna be about 2 seconds on stage. So just make that mental note, because everything speeds up on stage. So just take 20 seconds throughout your pose routine at home, get control. That's the biggest thing. Get control of every single movement, from the where you look, 1, 2, where you step, where your shoulders go, where your hands go. Everything has intention, right? So figure out yours. If you need a coach, I can coach you. Applications in my bio. But the biggest thing is that time limit pushes people mentally. Just don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. If anything, they're just gonna say, please step off the stage, and that's okay. That's okay. But don't overthink it. Don't stress about it. Okay, go back to transitions. So with the transitions and them saying that there's no fluke, they just want you to keep going, not hitting an S pose like in bikini. So the biggest thing with that is gonna be core control, because if you continuously move, right? I don't know if you're like me, but in my bikini routine, when I go and I transition, there's specific places that I need my feet and my hips and my head and my hands and my shoulders. All of them have positions that they need to hit as I transition, right? But with this, they don't want you to hit those things. So everything has to be more fluid. But with that, if you don't have the core control, that is gonna look messy. So core control is huge for fluidity when it comes to every posing routine, any just life, just in life as you're walking around, you want to be looking fluid, right? But the transition, there's no poses, but you're still, so like for me, when I go transition to the back, it's still very, very similar to my bikini routine, except I'm not hitting that 1 second pause, right? And so I will be doing videos on that too, on just how I'm doing. Like I said, I'm trying to document my whole journey in my G4 community. So just go over there. But I am going to do a lot of tutorials on those because that's what everybody's asking for. And the biggest thing is to not, and this goes to bikini too, not only just the core control, but being able to keep your shoulders back and upright and not leaning forward. That's the habit that I got to break for every posing client, or every client that I have, is leaning forward. You don't want that. You want to keep, and so pulling that shoulder back and being in that front pose, I just have to put that on mute. Okay. It was hard, and so that's what I've been working on. Hard to pull myself back to center, keeping my chest high and my shoulders back. But that again goes to that spine mobility. Like, so work on that too, and all that's over in my G4 community. So again, transitions, just more smooth. Biggest thing is gonna be core control through your transitions. It's gonna be what helps you just stay in control of your physique as you rotate it into that back pose and then coming back again. Core control. And feet, and I have a whole, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel, the bikini performance playlist. Go watch all the videos in there because they still apply to this division. But the foot routine, that would be the number one goal. Like right now, I have a couple girls that are about 20 weeks out. Right now, we've been working on posing, but right now we're nailing footwork. If we can nail footwork, we can nail everything, right? Because everything up top from your knees up come from your feet. So where your feet go, everything else up is gonna follow. So get that footwork down and everything. So right now they're doing their posing routine without any hands, without any arm work. They're just getting their feet in their hips, feet and hips, feet and hips. Okay. Hands on the body, they don't want you rubbing on yourself. That's in bikini too. Some people don't get that one. Time limit, we talked about that. Practice is key to perfecting this performance. Stage walk, there is no T in this division. Competitors walk straight to the box and do their pose and then straight off. And a lot of times in a bikini, so that's not very different. Sometimes there is gonna be where the stage is just a bigger stage. Most of them, you just walk straight to the box anyway, so that's not really gonna be a big difference, but they do want you to just make that note. There is no T-walk. You just walk straight to the box, hit your pose, hit your back pose, and walk straight out or straight off the stage. Okay, how to qualify to become a Fit Model Pro. A lot of y'all been asking about that. And step one, to compete in an NPC show. So to qualify for an IFBB Pro qualifier in the Fit Model division, you have to compete in a regional show, an NPC show, and that's it. So it's really easy. Obviously right now, they are trying to encourage people to get into this division, which is great. So they're also allowing, if you competed in 2024 and in an NPC show, not in the Fit Model division because we didn't have it, but if you did compete, then you can compete this year in a pro qualifier as a Fit Model. Does that make sense? So for me, I have to go compete at a local show before, and it doesn't even have to win. So in bikini, you got to go compete at a local show, win your class, maybe sometimes I think win, like maybe top 2, I don't know, to get to nationals. But with this Fit Model division being the first year, they're saying if you just compete in an NPC show, then you can come and compete in a pro qualifier. So that's what I'm going to do because I did not compete last year. If you competed last year in an NPC regional show and that's it, that's all you got to do. And you can go and compete as a Fit Model in a pro qualifier this year, 2025. So if you have any questions, let me know, but that's very simple. If you competed last year at an NPC show in bikini, maybe even in figure, I'm not even sure, that's probably not even, or like other divisions, you can go to a pro qualifier this year and compete in Fit Model. Y'all got it? Okay. Message me if you don't. Anybody have any questions? If y'all have any questions, ask, and then I'm going to go through them on the end. Okay. The path to, this is just my note, the path to becoming a Fit Model Pro emphasizes consistency, preparation, and poise. So stay focused on refining your physique and your presentation, and then always aiming to bring your best package to an NPC regional show. I'm not a big fan of practice shows because I feel like your whole year, that's all you do is practice, or you should be. And whereas the shows are here to show up and you do 120% of what you've been practicing, and then they're going to give you feedback, and then you're going to go do 120% with what you've been practicing and the feedback. So bring your best every time. Prepare. If you got to reverse engineer how to be as prepared as possible for this first show, don't take advantage of it. Just every stage you get on, give it 120%. And again, if you got to take a little bit more time or whatever, you can do whatever you got to do, right? Don't rush it. Don't rush it. And get up there and show them, because what if you only get one chance, right? That's my whole life motto. If I get one chance, what am I leaving these people with? I want to make sure I leave them with what I want to leave them with. And here it is, right? So, and it's never going to be perfect. That's what you're signing up for anyway. So striving for perfection, you can strive for it all day long. I strive for perfection every day, knowing I'm never going to catch up with it, but I'm at least be damn close, right? Okay, let me keep going. So that's how you become pro in Fit Model Division. Number 6, how does training differ from the Fit Model Division? And there is not very much difference. The only difference is less cardio, because you have to be less conditioned. They don't want as conditioned. So training though, they still want symmetry, they still want balance, they still want, or they want the tone, and I put quotes around tone because I'm not a big fan of that word, but they want a very healthy physique, healthy and fit physique. So less cardio would be the biggest thing that you're not going to have to do. The muscle mass, and these are just like bullets that I put in here with more description. Muscle mass, the majority of y'all maintaining or slightly building overall muscle. There's not gonna be, and this is something that I want y'all to think about even if you compete in bikini, there's very few bikini competitors, which I've met hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of them, that need to downsize or not train a certain area. There's not a lot, unless you are in, and even so, if you are in wellness, there's still not one that I've met that I'm like, you don't need to train shoulders. There's not. And though the judges may have told them, and I'm not saying I know better, but I'm saying for the longevity of your life, I'm not a fan of being imbalanced. So I'm not gonna ever not train something, right? Because then you're just gonna be really unbalanced. And so there'll never be a time that I feel that you should ever not train muscle groups. You can train more. We could have a lower body dominant year blocks that are just all year long. We train lower body dominant, but there's never a time that you're never not training shoulders or back. You know what I'm saying? And that's for overall life aesthetics, to be honest with you. But definitely there's not a bikini girl that I've met that needs to. So don't overthink it. That's what this causes, is when you think that you need to not build this muscle, or overdo this, or only focus on here. That's what causes people to just mentally not be able to even catch up with themselves, and they overthink it. Just build your physique to be balanced. Hit every muscle group and just build a balanced physique. So this Fit Model Division, there's not going to be any difference. So focus area, well-rounded shoulders, taper waistline, balanced lower body. So the exact same thing, except it's not cap shoulders or chiseled like core, right? Hamstring tie-in. So literally the same exact thing as bikini, except a little bit healthier. Okay, posing, prioritizing posing. How do you train different? That's not any different. That's the same. So you pose. That's I would say, I would be okay with saying like 60% of what you are training needs to be, if not more, needs to be posing, because it's neither one, or is a natural way of standing or a natural way of walking. Even you want to make it, practice makes it look like it's natural, but it's not a natural thing. So it's hard, right? It's hard to start training and then you get used to it. It's hard to start eating like you're like this in prep, but you get used to it. It's all the same, right? Everything is hard when you start. So know that that takes just as much practice as everything else if you want it to look natural and like it should look. Okay, how does nutrition differ? Same thing. There's nothing, no extremes, because we're not having to get as conditioned. There's nothing that's going to be an extreme, whether no extreme calorie deficit. You're going to have to be in a deficit, especially if you didn't do a reverse good, less depletion in the final weeks leading to the show. So I'm really excited to share, my journey, even though my food and nutrition in bikini is not going to look much different, except maybe I got a little bit lower in bikini. But as far as the flexibility like being able to prep as a fit model, the flexibility for life, the balance in life, that's gonna be a lot more something that you can sustain because your calories aren't gonna have to be as low. Like I don't know what I'm gonna like I don't really know anything about like where I'm going to be. I just know where I should be, right? But as far as food goes, I mean, I got to 8%, 9% body fat at 1,900 calories. So if I could only imagine, I'm probably not going to get below 25, 27 and have the physique. I don't know. Again, these are just numbers I'm throwing out there randomly. But based on where I am now, at 15 minutes of cardio, 4 days a week, eating 3,300 or 3,400 calories, I've set myself up to be in a very good spot to achieve the look that they want, or to achieve the look. This is the same thing you need to be doing if you want to compete in bikini. Set yourself up for success, right? So the nutrition doesn't differ. The only thing that's different is the extremes that you don't have to go to, which is great. Because all my girls could, again, compete here. Okay. Balance bridge. Okay, cool. Crossovers, that's been another one. Crossovers for the fit model competitors. And this might change over time, but as of right now, you cannot compete in fit model and bikini in the same show. So you can compete in fit model at show number 1 and then compete in bikini at show number 2. They just have to be separate shows. So make that note. You also can, and don't let this throw you, but so you can compete in fit model in different divisions within that one show. So I think that y'all get that. So a division is, or a class, sorry if I said division. I meant you can compete in the fit model division in different classes in one show. So different classes, true novice, masters, open. If they have, sometimes they have like, I think teens or something like that. So those are classes. True novice is somebody that has never, ever competed ever before their whole entire life. And then, so I guess everybody in this division could technically compete under true novice. So I would assume. The novice is going to be someone that's never won their class, but they've competed before. So for me, I won my bikini class in 2023, so I could not compete in bikini in novice, I guess, moving forward forever, I'm assuming. But last year, since going into last year's season, or going into 2023 season, I had not won a class. I come in second and come in third. So I competed in novice and open. So hopefully that makes sense. So crossovers, you can not compete in bikini and fit model in the same show. But you can compete in different classes within fit model in the same show. And you can also compete in bikini and compete in fit model in separate shows on separate days, obviously. Okay. What is the judging criteria? Okay, I think this is like the biggest one, so I'll put it last. Symmetry and balance is obviously that's going to always be, even in bikini, they're looking for balance. And so since we were talking about wellness, they're not looking for balance, right? That's the only division where they're not looking for up top to bottom balance. So with bikini, and even, the other day when I was talking to one of the girls at the seminar, and she was telling me how much she needs to build her glutes. Just if you can, don't imagine it, go look on the internet. Go look on the internet at muscles, so where you see the muscles that you're actually working. And so when we were talking about her training, she was telling me about how all her quad dominant days. But why are you training quads when that's the front side of the things that you're telling me that you need to build, which is your glutes and your glutes and your hamstrings? So that balance, top to bottom, right? Your shoulders, your glute ratio, your waist, and then front to back. So when I talk, I get my girls to stand in specific ways within their check-in pictures so that they can see exactly the muscles that we need to build, so that their posture, because ultimately your posture is, if you draw a line straight down if you're standing straight up, right? Standing without pulling your shoulder back and pulling your chest out. If you just stand, most people stand like this, right? That rolled shoulder, so draw a straight line down, and that's going to show you where you need to work on easily front to balance yourself front to back. So just because I'm just continue talking about this, whenever you have rolled shoulders, right? Because for whatever reason, the reason is because all this up here, your abs, quit working abs. If you got rolled shoulders, quit working abs. You need to pull, stretch, all of this, all from the abs, look at this tan, all from the abs, all from the chest, all of this needs to be stretched. And you need to build your shoulders, you need to build your upper back so that it pulls you back naturally, so that you don't have to pull my shoulders back, chest high, shoulders back. You don't have to do all that if you train the right muscle groups to hold you in the correct posture, in the correct alignment, okay? So again, go look at, or hire a coach, that's the easiest thing to do, but go look at a muscle picture of muscles front to back, and then look at your physique from the side, just standing there. What do you need to work on? And if I had to guess, it would be what I just told you. Okay. Muscularity, define muscles that showcase fitness and strength without excessive size or bulk. So we talked about that toned look, and so just educating, right? Toned is muscle without body fat. So you don't build toned muscles, you just build muscle, and then you lose body fat, and that's what allows you to look in this toned way, right? So just, if you quit saying that word and you start saying what it actually is, you're able to clearly know what you need to do to achieve that look that you want, which is the toned look, right? If you quit saying it and you start saying, all right, I just need to build muscle and I need to lose body fat, that's actionable. Toned is not actionable because there's no direct way to achieve it, right? Okay. Conditioning, a lean and fit physique. I gotta take all this lean words out, but there's no other word that I guess hits home. That demonstrates effort and dedication without overly shredded or dry. Healthy, glowing appearance. So a lot of times, and I'm sure whether you compete or not, you look, girls, they'll look and be like, I don't want to look like that. I don't want to look dry. I don't want to look depleted. I don't want to look like my sunk in here. I don't either. So that's part of conditioning. We don't have to get that conditioned. That doesn't, and I talked about this in that podcast, that doesn't mean that it's not gonna be hard. That's the biggest thing that misunderstanding is that the fit model division is easier than bikini. It ain't gonna be any easier. It's just gonna be a little different. And because there are other things that we have to work on in the fit model, the mental health being the biggest one, to get on stage and not be in a shredded body. That's going to be a lot harder than just to get lean as hell and get up there and let them judge you, right? So there are both divisions have what's harder and what's not, but neither one of them are going to be easy. So just take that and make sure that if you're going into the fit model division, that you keep that in your head, one, for yourself, but two, so that other people do not make you feel any less of anything. Okay, glute shape. Firm, full and firm, no deep striations. Talk about that. A smooth, natural transition from the glute to the hamstring. Core aesthetics, tight core, not necessarily abs, right? Big difference between abs and a core, tight core, and so just know that. I don't do any abs. I do a lot of core work, a lot of pelvic floor work. Pelvic floor work helps literally pull down the bottom part of your core, if you want to think of it like that, to give you that flat lower belly, if that makes sense. That has helped me tremendously. It helps, I get every client to do the specific daily core work that we do. and it helps your posture, one, it helps definitely your core. Just like I said the other day, tight corset. I want my core to be a tight corset, a natural tight corset, because we don't wear waist trainers, not over here at least. Okay, so training your core to be tight, again, not blocky, so we're not building obliques. Obliques have a time and a place, and most of you, because of the bad training that you've done in the years past, you probably don't need to train obliques, so just make that mental note. Pelvic floor, core, that's how you build a flat. That's how you tighten your waist. That's the only two things you need to train. You do not need to train abs. I had heard a pro, well, I mean, she turned pro like 2015, maybe she just ain't up on the science, but one of the girls asked her what to do for abs, and she said, or what to do to have a tiny waist. So she said, what the girl asked, what do you do to have a tiny waist? And she said, work abs. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. So make sure you know that. And it's not waist trainers either. It's just, you're the trainer. So train your core, train your pelvic floor, you'll get the waist that you want. Shoulders, round, natural, overall symmetry, avoid caps and muscular. Stage presence, confidence, elegance, and poise in posing and presentation, a polished look, including hair, makeup, and suit selection to enhance overall aesthetics. So that was it. I only had 9 questions, and I'm so excited about this division. And so I will have a lot over in my G4 community. So that link is going to be, or it's already in my link tree. So join. It's a free community. It's just literally a Instagram, but only for education and only for us over here. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. But I'm really more excited just to be able to teach on a platform that is like teachable. You know, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of lives. So I'm gonna start here doing a lot of teachable lives, and then I'm gonna go over there, because then people will, like, everybody there will needs to learn, because they are all not bikini girls, they're all just women. And then within it, you can just separate yourself. If you're not a bikini girl, you don't have to be in the bikini collection. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm really excited about all the things. Definitely the Fit Model division. I think it's going to bring a lot of women to the NPC and the IFBB, and I'm excited because I didn't think that this was going to happen. Well, I just didn't know. I didn't really think about it at all, actually. I was very happy when it happened, because there's only so many people that are going to be interested in. And there's a lot of people, there's still, like, you know, when I say there's not so many people, like, there's probably 1 million people in the world that are really interested in getting to that pro level bikini physique. That's a lot of people, right? 50 people is a lot of people. But there would still be a limitation of the amount of competitors that, for the longevity and the long of their health, want to compete at that level. So when they came out with this, it was just like, for me, it was definitely God saying, hey, this is where you're supposed to be, but just letting you know as you figure it out, you know. So really excited about that, and just transitioning this year and just see all the girls. I think this week at the I haven't seen any Fit Model, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen any yet, but I do think that Dylan said that this week at the LA Fit Expo that they're doing the first Fit Model division in a competition. So I'm really excited. I need to ask him about that. But anyway, so okay, that's it for today. I will be doing another live on Wednesday. Ooh, hopefully I'll wash my hair by then. On how to calculate your macros. How to calculate your macros manually. And I'm actually gonna send a, hey Ken, I'm actually gonna send a form out. So I'm probably gonna link that tonight in my story to fill out before you go to the live. It's gonna have just so that you're prepared for, you're not doing all these numbers and multiplications when we're doing the live. So that is gonna be Wednesday, and that will be in our G4 community. So I suggest you go over there and get that and join, so that you can come and calculate your macros and then learn, because you can just recalculate them for the rest of your life. So, okay, y'all have a great week, great Monday, and let's just keep going.